Okay, so Rush Limbaugh decided that The Dark Knight Rises, which comes out in a few days, is liberal propaganda to scare people away from voting for Mitt Romney. Basically, the villain of The Dark Knight Rises is Bane, B-A-N-E, and Mitt Romney used to run Bane Capital, so according to Rush Limbaugh, if you watch this movie and like it, then you're going to hate Mitt Romney when you come out of it. Like I said, I can call him an idiot, but instead I'm going to make up my own conspiracy theories about superhero movies. So I'm going to start with Spider-Man 2. Now in Spider-Man 2, Dr. Octavius is trying to make a new alternative form of energy. Of course it goes horribly wrong and he ends up being attached to these tentacles. He goes crazy, tries to rebuild the actor, and I've decided that this movie is pro-oil company because it basically says the same people, alternative energy doesn't work, and the same people who build it are probably crazy and will attach, like I said, tentacles and go crazy. So Spider-Man 2, anti-green energy. I didn't know it before either, but Rush Limbaugh opened up my mind and made it so clear. The Amazing Spider-Man is anti-genetic engineering. Dr. Kirk Connors is trying to regrow his arm by combining his DNA with lizard DNA. He ends up turning into a horrible lizard creature and then does terrorist actions by trying to contaminate other people to make everybody lizard people. So, anti-genetic engineering for Amazing Spider-Man. The Dark Knight, the one with the Joker, is anti-libertarian because the Joker makes his own clothes. He doesn't carry ID like a libertarian wouldn't. He has lots of pocket knives, and he's defeated by warrantless wiretapping by Batman. So, The Dark Knight, anti-libertarian. Thank you, Rush Limbaugh. You opened my eyes into looking at these movies with the proper microscope. Batman Begins is anti-intellectual because the Scarecrow is a psychiatrist, and it's also anti-alternative medicine because the fear root, is used as a weapon. So, thank you again, Rush Limbaugh. You're amazing. And let's see what else we got here. X-Men. This is actually true. Actually, X-Men is very pro-gay now, and they were pro black people's rights in the '60s. And X-Men, I give them credit because they've always been like ahead of its time. And it's one of the good trademarks of Marvel is that they're ahead of their time, especially with something like X-Men, where people are born different and have to try and fit into the world. So X-Men, that one's actually true. Let's see. Well, actually, I don't need to go on. You understand. Rush Limbaugh's an idiot. But to give you an idea of how these superhero movies can be misinterpreted, if you watch Professor Rich's video on Captain America, then where all the articles were saying Captain America was a conservative, but if you look at the history of him, he's actually an FDR liberal, and every time a Republican gets into office and does something like a scandal, he ends up taking off the Stars and Stripes, and he actually died recently because Marvel wasn't happy with the Patriot Act and all those laws. So you should really again, you can interpret these movies a million different ways. I go to see them because I've loved Marvel and DC since I was a kid. Oh, that's my last one. Superman is pro-illegal immigration because where the fuck is his passport? Huh? Think about it. And he's taking American jobs from American superheroes like Captain America, who died because of Superman, who's in the DC universe. It makes no sense. But yeah, so basically you could draw whatever conclusions you want. And I also want to give a shout out to the Brandon Show. He sent me a nice message. I haven't made videos for a while for my own personal reasons. Nobody cares, but yeah, so check out the Brandon Show and TYT Gaming. So that's it. And stop over-interpreting shit. I mean, this is like the people who say video games cause kids to be violent.